Okay, how's it, Irshaad? How you doing? Good to finally meet you.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks yourself.
Great, thanks. Nice cold winter's day here in Cape Town. What's the weather like in China? Like most of us are probably, I mean Singapore. Most of us never been there.
Yeah, Singapore's it's always hot. So like, if you've been to Thailand, it's the same weather. Hot
Okay,
even
cool. So let's start off with like a little bit of background. Not everyone knows you. Everyone knows the EFC, but they don't realize there's like a lot of SA guys like you and Vusi who fight overseas in ONE FC and BAMA and so forth. So how did you get into fighting? Where did it all start? How did you end up overseas? You know?
I started training in Cape Town when I was still at high school, and then I competed in my first fight, my first pro fight, K1 fight, when I was like 17. And then at the time there was K1 Max, and like everybody was picking up workout, and that started out as what I wanted to do, like fighting K1. So once I finished matric, I moved to Thailand to focus on my training, and so I stayed there for a year, and I came back to USA, and I had to make a decision if I want to study, and kind of take the safe route that everybody else kind of does, study, get a job, settle or whatever, or try my best to make my life out of sports and doing something that I enjoy. And so I decided not to study like university. If I had to study, I would have studied sports science. But I decided to go to ETA, Exercise Teachers Academy, and I just did like a quick 1 year personal training course. And then my friend Lucy and another friend of mine, Quentin, they were based in Hong Kong at the time, and I went to fight in Hong Kong. And after my fight, I went to meet the gym owner and get the job. So after 1 year being back home, I moved to Hong Kong. I was based in Hong Kong for 4 years, and then I moved to a gym called Evolve in Singapore.
Yeah.
Because at the moment they're the best gym in Asia for MMA. They have a really good team, a lot of black belts, a lot of top guys here, and they have lots of good Muay Thai fighters. And then they also have Coach Heath, who was a Ghanaian coach. So I got a really big team, and I got a good camp here, so I'm going to be here for a while.
It seems to be paying off. I mean, you recently won the BAMA bantamweight world title, Chinese title. Tell us about that fight and what that means.
Yeah, most of my MMA fights have been in China. So yeah, I won the RUFF title,
Sorry,
is
RUFF, not BAMA.
only government sanctioned MMA event in China, which doubles up as the Chinese national champion. And I was allowed to fight because I have a Hong Kong residence card, so like, I mean, in terms of visas and tax purposes and earning money in China, I was allowed to fight, even though I'm not a Chinese national. So I mean, for me to be the champion of such a huge country with a population of over 1 billion people, for me it's something special. But
Ooh.
the level in China is still developing. It's giving me a chance to work on core aspects of the
Okay, cool. Often. So yeah, as I was saying, you won quite a large sum of money from your recent title victory, and I saw on your blog that you're donating a lot of it towards a school. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was lucky that the government, backed this event. They put up quite a large sum of money, and I managed to win. And of course, all my fights being in China, the right thing to do was to give back, give something back to the Chinese people. And I spent some time on the internet, looking for some some charity organizations in China, and a lot of people were telling me to be careful because you never know where the money is going. So eventually I found a credible organization, and and it's something that I feel is important, which is education. I mean, every person should have a basic education, at least not to read and write, and with a village in the rural areas of China, they to read and write is something foreign to them. Like on my way into the village, there was a man sitting next to me on the plane with a name tag with all his details written on it, and I asked the lady that heads the charity organization. She took me to go visit the project, and I asked her, why does this guy next to me have this name tag? And she said, no, he can't read and write, so they have to, he has to wear this name tag with all his passport details and everything. So I mean, that's the situation in China, and I donated a bit of the money to help build this kindergarten in this rural village. So hopefully, with a bit of help, that these people can kind of have a basic education in the future.
Awesome, man. That's great to hear. Giving back. It's you don't hear enough of that in this world. In terms of fighting, are you planning on going back to Muay Thai at all, or is it just money-wise just not good enough and you have to stick with the MMA? I mean, I can completely emphasize with that concept.
Like I said, when I started to fight at first, it was all about K1, Japan. I did fight once in Japan, not for K1, but I did fight at Korean War, kind of, something for me was kind of special. And when I was about 18 or 19, of course I realized that I'm never gonna fight at 70 kilos anymore. It's K1 max. And there were no really other shows that kind of took over after K1 died out. And then my friend Bruce, he said, like, you want to fight MMA, this show in Macau, that was 2010, and I said, well, are you going to fight? And he said, yeah, I'm going to give it a try. And I said, well, let's train together, give it a shot and see how it goes. And so we both made our debut on the same card on the same day, and we both enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it, and then for a while I fought MMA and Muay Thai together. And I realized MMA is the way forward, and I enjoyed it. So it's not because of money and whatever. I do enjoy it, and the grappling aspect for me is cool. I enjoy learning these things. So for me, that's the way forward, and I think that's the ultimate kind of combat sport.
Yeah. In terms of, have you considered coming to fight in South Africa? I'm sure you come home to visit family and stuff every now and then, but would you ever consider coming to fight in the EFC, or is Singapore and RUFF like the way it's going for now?
For contractual reasons, I'm not allowed to fight in the EFC at the moment.
Okay.
However, I would love to have the opportunity to fight again in Cape Town. I've never fought MMA in South Africa. I've fought kickboxing a couple of times.
I've seen a few of those videos.
I've never fought MMA in South Africa. And having all your fights abroad, it's you're always the foreigner. You never have the local support, and I've come to ignore it anyway. So, but it's a lovely feeling fighting in front of people who are there to support you. And I think it's just a matter of time before I come home to fight in the UFC. I mean, it's a great promotion, and it's nice to see guys, starting to make a decent living from fighting, and it just shows that it's becoming a profession a sport just like, you can be a professional rugby player, soccer player,
Yeah.
you can become a professional fighter. And yeah, like I'm definitely gonna fight at home sometime.
Cool.
I'll make a visit at least once a year, so I'll be there to fight sometime.
Awesome, man. Like I know I'm looking forward to see it. I'm sure lots of fans will be, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys who watch. They're big EFC fans and UFC fans, but they haven't heard of you. Just